The biggest show in MMA YouTube has officially come to an end. MMA Guru announced today that the Mighty Guru show between him and Demetrious Mighty Mouse Johnson that they do after each pay-per-view event has officially ended. The show no longer exists. Guru went on to explain what happened in a series of tweets. In this video, we're going to dive into what happened and my thoughts on the matter, along with a little bit of fact checking about what people are mad at MMA Guru has said. So if this is your first time seeing my channel, my name is Wyatt, and this is Fight Society. Let's get into it. The biggest show in MMA YouTube currently, just the biggest show in MMA in general, aside from literal UFC fight broadcasts, is the Mighty Guru show. As you can see right here, Demetrious Mighty Mouse Johnson and MMA Guru launched the Mighty Guru show 5 months ago, and they do some crazy numbers, everywhere from 600K all the way up to their most recent episode 2 days ago, which already has 350K views. There is nobody doing numbers like this at all on MMA YouTube when it comes to talk shows, reaction shows. Of course, Mighty Mouse has, the training vlog with Islam Makhachev and Khabib has 10 million views. But in terms of personality-driven talk shows, nobody is doing the numbers that MMA Guru and Mighty Mouse are doing on the Mighty Guru show. It's a great show. I was just driving back from Northern California on Monday, and this took up a good portion of my drive. I watched a couple episodes, even one of the older ones. I had like 4 hours of a 7-hour drive filled up from watching the Mighty Guru show. So I enjoyed it. I like Mighty Mouse's channel. I like MMA Guru's channel. Everybody likes Mighty Mouse, but I know that MMA Guru is a very controversial figure in the space, but I'll be the first to admit, I'm a Guru enjoyer, straight up. I've been watching him for a long time. And MMA Guru took to Twitter today to say, I was fine with you pussies on here acting like I was a murderer because I called someone inbred and told some guy spamming in my live chat to cry at a border. And now you're targeting DJ being Demetrious Johnson. I'll drop the news early. The Mighty Guru show is over. DJ stood his base, video dropping soon. And he went on further to say, I get it. A lot of pussy bitch victims on here crying about a donation from 2019 and words on a live stream. But the how does DJ collaborate with this guy has got to stop. We spoke right after the pod dropped about it. I messaged him the other day saying, I'm good to back down. Casual MMA here in the comments saying, don't let the inbreds win. The MMA holes saying another win for us. Bro, you got to stop spazzing out. It messes up opportunities. Please, Guru, you can't stop Mighty Guru. What's wild is they'll say whatever they want, even attack people's families over the result of an MMA fight. But as soon as people talk some good shit back, they turn into woke Karens trying to cancel people. And I agree with some of those comments. Now, before we get into what Guru said and why people are mad about it and why people go after DJ because of it, we got to talk about the fact that these guys just jumped a man 10v1, 12v1 at Madison Square Garden. No repercussions whatsoever. Dylan Dennis got jumped by 10, 12 Dagestanis. Another random in the crowd got jumped by them for no reason. None of them that are UFC fighters have been suspended, cut, anything like that. None of them got arrested, but Dylan Dennis was banned from UFC events, and Dana White actually had to be the one to decide that Dylan wasn't going to get charged with any crimes. So one thing that we got to put on the table just off rip is the gross double standard when it comes to that group of fighters and particularly that camp. Now, this is the clip that has gotten MMA Guru in a lot of trouble with the Dagestani fan base. This is it right here.
Little wet blanket, little rodent. This is what they do. They just fuck each other. They fuck their cousins on the fucking side of a cliff, and they teach them how to grapple at birth. Sit there on a cliff, fucking each other's cousins, teaching them how to grapple at birth. They're going to ruin the whole sport. They're closer to China anyway. They should go to ONE FC. Like, honestly, like they're going to kill the whole sport dead, whether you guys like it or not, in every division. They'll just kill the whole sport dead. They fuck each other's cousins, sprout another one out. Whichever one doesn't have 5 limbs, they teach them how to grapple. If it has 5 limbs, throw it off the cliff, try again. Oh, what's wrong with this one? It's got downs. Off the cliff again. What's wrong with this one? 3 eyes. Chuck it off the cliff again. What about this one? No, this one, 4 limbs, 2 eyes, 4 limbs. And then they just teach it double legs from birth. And here we are. killing the sport.
Now, yes, that is a very edgy thing for Guru to say, but that is who he is. This is Guru says the most unhinged, edgy things possible. And he's actually backed off of quite a bit of it in the last couple years, because 2-3 years ago, it was even worse. He would say some super unhinged shit. And in my opinion, it was just saying the most outlandish shit possible to get views. I get it. I've made some very risky videos myself for the sake of getting views and trying to build my channel. I haven't gone quite this far, but what people are ignoring is the actual facts of the matter. So I understand that this is edgy things to point out and things that might rile up a certain fan base, and it's things that have gotten MMA Guru death threats for his content. Now let's actually fact check the statements that Guru made that have gotten him in so much trouble. This right here from Google AI, Google Gemini AI. What percentage of Dagestan is inbred? AI overview. There is no single percentage for quote inbreeding in all of Dagestan, but studies show a high prevalence of consanguineous marriages among its diverse ethnic groups, with some ethnic groups having consanguinity rates of 80% or more. One source states that in some parts of Dagestan, cases where the bride and groom are related account for over 80% of marriages. The level of inbreeding varies from different ethnic groups. The practice has historical roots in rural populations' reluctance to marry outside of their own village. Now, I'm not sitting here trying to defend Guru because I like him. We're talking about the actual facts of the matter here. He calls them inbred. 80% of marriages in Dagestan or more are between people that are related, which a consanguineous marriage is between brother and sister or first cousins. That makes up 80% of the marriages there. Am I saying that it's wrong? From my worldview as an American, from my worldview, yes, that is fucking weird. That is my take. To them, it's culture. So I'm not going to sit here and say this, that, and the other. It's their culture. And I'm definitely not going to defend inbreeding at all. He says that they're inbred. Very clearly, a large percentage of them are. And he talks about birth defects because of the inbreeding. 5 limbs, 3 eyes, Down syndrome, whatever it is. This is just an explanation of consanguinity leading to birth defects. This right here is from UCD Medicine 11 years ago, okay? So this is not a biased source. This is just a medical journal, a medical YouTube explaining what happens. Quick break. If you're loving this video and you want more from Fight Society, click that join button down below to become a channel member today, where you'll get access to members only live streams, behind the scenes vlogs, and all the unfiltered stuff that we don't post to the main channel. Back to the video.
His mother, Jane, is the sister of John's father, Ian, and so Anne and John are first cousins. There is an increased risk of genetic disorders occurring in children from parents who are related.
There is an increased risk of genetic orders from parents who are related.
A 95% chance of having a healthy child. If there is consanguinity in previous generations, and the couple come from a small isolated population,
such as the small mountain villages of Dagestan,
the risk to the children of a first cousin relationship does increase to greater than 5%. A 1993 study showed that for families where consanguinity had been practiced for many generations, first cousin parents trebled their risk of having a child with an autosomal recessive disorder.
So that is just the facts, the medical facts. Now, here we have the consensus stats. We're talking about how many of them marry within their family and the risks that come with that. All right. So I'm just fact checking right here because there's a lot of opinions being thrown around, but the actual fact checking, over 80% of the marriages there are between relatives, and those type of marriages having children greatly increases the risk for birth defects or disorders. And if it's been going on for generations on generations on generations, it even more increases the chance. So while Guru may be saying some edgy things, he's not lying and he's not wrong, okay? The morality of it, or whether it's weird to me or not, that's based on your worldview, okay? We'll say that. I'm not trying to insult anybody. This particular fan base is very, very nasty when it comes to attacking people that don't agree with them or even don't pick their fighters. I've been personally attacked. I've had people slide in my DMs with some crazy shit to say for picking somebody like Charles Oliveira to beat Islam Makhachev, for DDP to beat Hamzat. I've had people slide in my DMs with some crazy shit just on fight picks, not even talking about all this. Now, the next thing that he says is they get taught double legs from birth. How true is that? Dagestan Dagestanis typically start wrestling between the ages of 7 and 10, though some may start as young as 6 or 7 or 4 or 5 in a non-competitive play-based introduction. Example, Khabib Nurmagomedov started wrestling at age 8. And this right here, now keep in mind this is Reddit, but this is a 6-year-old from Dagestan wrestling already. And look, like you'll see in a sec, this kid is a great wrestler at 6 years old. He's doing flips, he's doing judo throws, fireman's carries, single legs, roll throughs. This is a 6-year-old, all right? This is a freaking 6-year-old kid. Look at this. Competing in wrestling. Okay, now we're not even going to talk about the special vitamins that Islam Makhachev said that he was given as a kid, or the fact that a lot of Russian athletes, including Islam Makhachev, had tested positive for meldonium. It's actually the drug that got Russia banned from the Olympics. But we're just talking about the facts of what Guru has said about this community. He said a lot nastier things. I remember he said that when Merab Dvalishvili beat Jose Aldo, that he wanted to ask Putin to nuke Georgia because of Merab's performance. That's just not cool. It's not cool, but it is a comedic joke, okay? Comedians make some crazy ass jokes. Not everything is meant to be taken super seriously, and you can't take everything so personally. I'm a ginger. I mean, I can kind of see it here, but I'm a ginger. I was in middle school when those South Park memes were a big thing. You know, oh, you have no soul. I laughed at them too. This shit's funny. People take themselves so seriously, way too seriously, because they're insecure about details about themselves. And realistically, people all need to lighten up, okay? Everybody has to stop taking themselves so serious. I'm as anti-woke as it gets. You got to back off on this shit, because this is just people being funny for their fan base. If you don't like it, don't watch it, all right? And the same thing goes for this show. If you don't like it, don't watch it. I was watching a friend of the channel, supporter since I was very early on, James Lynch. He's a great YouTuber. As far as I'm concerned, anybody that is subscribed to me should be subscribed to James Lynch. But he talked about this as well in his video today. And he was saying how fighter interviews are not as popular as they used to be. It used to be every media outlet tried to get as many fighter interviews as possible because that's what got views. Now things are much more personality driven. MMA-Guru, Lucas Tracy, Mighty Mouse talking about fights himself, Bedtime MMA, MMA experts. It's personality driven talk shows, not fighter interviews. The only people that are really getting big fighter interviews these days is Ariel Helwani and a few other people. MMA-Guru has interviewed Colby Covington, Tom Aspinall, DDP, all of that. Guru is a great creator. Guru is a great interviewer, content creator, talker. I love MMA-Guru's channel. I love Mighty Mouse's channel. I love a lot of other channels too. Like I'm looking at my subscription tab right here. Bedtime MMA. Shout out the 10-7 MMA. They've shown me a lot of love. They make great content. Vampiric Legs, Harry 1 of 1, Lucas Tracy, Dougie's Corner is a great channel as well. These are great channels that are personality driven, that are not former fighters and not fighters at all. They're just personalities. Even myself, I think I make great content too. That's why I have this channel. So the growth of this personality content has taken over MMA YouTube. And frankly, this is what people want to see. So for people to go after DJ saying, how can you collaborate with MMA-Guru? It's good content. If it hurts your feelings, don't watch it. I don't sit there and go comment on if there's a movie I don't like, I don't go to IMDb or Rotten Tomatoes and say it sucked. I just don't watch it again. You know what I'm saying? So that's my take. I think one, yes, Guru has said some crazy ass shit, but what this show is being canceled for specifically, in my opinion, is people being really fucking soft. And yes, MMA-Guru's fan base is a lot more unhinged than he is. There is a good number of his fan base, not all of them, but some of them that are really unhinged and say racist things and all of that. But when we're talking about what Guru has said himself to get in trouble, the facts are there, all right? There's studies about it. Dagestan, keeping it in the family, Institute for War and Peace reporting, genetic subdivision of Dagestan populations, differences in the level of inbreeding in populations in Dagestan. The facts are the facts, okay? Now, if you don't like MMA-Guru, or you don't like me, or you don't like Mighty Mouse, or you don't like Bedtime, whoever it is, don't watch them. But to go after people so hard as to be threatening them or going after MMA-Guru to the point of this right here.
Certain way about them in this situation. I get death threats and shit all the time. I get death threats. Their fans send pictures of like young people in my family and like their primary schools and say things that they're going to do about it. But I'm worried about my fucking outburst on stream of whether or not I'm going to get a sentence for it. You know what I mean? It's a very different dynamic in the world.
And I agree. Guru pointing out the facts of their culture, not good. but them 10-on-1, 12-on-1, jumping someone at Madison Square Garden, sending death threats and threats of violence towards him and people in his family, all good. So I'm supporting Guru on this matter. I don't think this show should end. I hope that Mighty Mouse and Guru end up continuing this show once things cool down. It just tends to be when Islam Makhachev or Khabib would fight, this comes back up because of what Guru has said about them. So there's my thoughts. We fact checked it. I hope the show continues because it's a great show. Let's all take a look in the mirror at how we operate in this sport. And remember that it is a sport. We are watching this for fun. We watch this because we enjoy it. We watch content because we enjoy it. If you don't enjoy it, go watch something else. If you don't like the sport, watch a different one. Everybody sits there and thinks that everything, even the people that claim to be anti-woke, not sensitive, want to be insulated with things that they only agree with. It's just not the way of the world. You're going to be exposed to opinions that are different from yours, jokes that you don't find funny, words and sentences and videos that you find offensive. Get over it. I hope the Mighty Guru show continues, but fuck it. Make it the Fight Guru show. Hit me up, big dog. All right, let me know your thoughts down below. Do you want more from Fight Society? Like and subscribe below this video and click the join button to become a channel member today to get access to behind the scenes vlogs and members only live streams.